Hey, welcome again to Island of Prince Word. So we are live again with the man, Mr. Edward Echo Barnaby. Yeah, man. An unfortunate situation the other night. We don't have any control over it. It was some electrical problem on my side, and so we get bump off and so on. But we're here to pick up back. I remember everything. I remember everything. We stopped at Windsor. And you said something to me the other night, then Mr. Barnaby, where you said that, boy, Windsor was voted the best, the most disciplined team when you was there.
Most
Because me a
definitely.
friend that Windsor. Me a friend, I'm telling you, some of the youth that are playing now outside, and you see the Daniel Green and some other youth, they are from Windsor people. So I
Hmm.
want to ask you now, what is the situation re Windsor? When did I come back in a D1, in a major league or anything? That I first, if you know.
Okay, well, first and foremost, I want
Yeah,
to greet you and the
yeah,
listeners of Island Hopping Sports here in
yeah,
America. We're over there in Cayman and those, especially that are in Jamaica.
yeah,
And
man.
in regards to your question, Windsor is at a place right now that things are definitely in a disarray situation.
Mm,
The competition on a whole, I don't think it is getting the support overall. Because, football cannot run without funding. And
yeah.
the last time I was there and I didn't even get a chance to watch a game at Jacksal, I don't think Windsor is in the competition for whatever
Mm,
reason. But I noticed a good friend of mine, I saw him they took a picture with some youngsters from the Windsor community. So I don't know if it is the starting up of a new era, and I am hoping that it is. And going forward, we can, find out what is happening so we can get involved in some way or the other. Because football is a monument in Windsor. And when there's
yeah.
no football, the youngsters them just idle and nothing much is going on. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
major setback when there's no football playing there.
Yeah, and I noticed that the teams overall in Senton, if you can, because there's no more Volvo, there's no the Brazil kind of go down. What is happening there? If you,
But it seems to me that since Mount Pleasant, came on stream, because
yeah,
Mount Pleasant is basically representing St. Anne now in the National Premier League. But
mm-hmm.
if you check the players, them at least 95, maybe 97% of the players are not from St. Anne.
Yeah,
And I know that there are talented players in St. Anne, but I don't understand why they are not a part of the setup. It
mm-hmm.
probably would be a good question to pose to Coach Whitmore. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if them just want to be spectators, going to the games on Sundays whenever they can, and they settle for that. I'm not sure exactly what is happening. Our the president, Mr. Beckford, should be able to shed some light on the happenings as well, because
Yeah,
from ever since Mr. Beckford is the president of the Senton Football Association, so he's the one that is in dialogue always with the Jamaica Football Federation and know what is going on in the football fraternity. So he should be the best person to even, pose certain question. You did have him on a program one at the time, right?
yeah. I did an interview with him about a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
about a year ago.
I think, for in terms of going forward and the development of the football in St. Anne, I think you best have him on the program
Yeah.
specifically on that subject, you know, so we
Yeah,
can,
man. I
those
can,
that
I
are
can, I
here,
can get him and ask him those. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
know what is going on. But as for Windsor, I'm not sure if Windsor is playing in any competition now, and
Mm.
so that's basically it.
We want to go around a place now where this is where I knew you.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I start to watch you now and everything. I didn't know you from club. I didn't know you from club. I must tell you that. You must have played with club when club have the you play with Daniel Hewitt and them and Teddy Ray Jones from with club or it after or before.
No, I play against. I think I play against you with them, I don't know who you with them came when they came up, who they were playing for.
No, man, they were playing for club. No, people, we are talking about one of the biggest competition in Fenton, or I would want to say Jamaica, what business house back in the
Yeah, man,
90s
because
when business house.
when I played for club, when I
Yeah,
played for Club Caribbean at the time, Grant Terry, Bud Belly was
y-
a member of
yeah,
the team,
yeah,
and
man.
and some other player. But I don't remember me playing with Donald Hewitt. I remember playing against
So
Donald Hewitt.
they must have come after then. But
Yeah, possibly.
I knew from JPS, Jamaica
Yeah,
Public. Yeah, that's where I knew Echo Barnaby run at the back, run a pound now with a brother named Wheeler and Daddy Grant and
yeah.
Reggie and me, they saw the JPS team when JPS a play. JPS a play telephone company with Johnny Muffin. Them the match that big match, a
But
big match.
remember, I told you that I
Yeah,
played against JPS in the Business House final, and the
yeah,
following season I was now
and
playing for JPS.
yeah,
You know what I
man,
mean? And of course, in Saint Anne, wherever I go, footballers gravitate to me because I like play with the youngsters, them, because I had the privilege of recruiting some players, youngsters, because I want
yeah,
them to be not only playing football but working as well.
yeah,
So we had a good little thing, and of course, telephone was our rival because we
yeah,
are right next door. And
right next door.
I can never remember, I can never recall telephone company ever beat JPS. Trust me,
Telephone never be JP. You have to mind what you're
never.
saying, no, brother.
I,
I want big rivalry that.
man, I'm telling you, man. But unfortunately for me, the last time I play a business house, I
Yeah,
play against telephone company. I broke my leg.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eh?
One of the worst thing that had ever happened to me in football, you know.
But that match of Jack Star run by
No,
Jonas,
man,
right?
run a pound. And
Run upon.
unfortunately for me, we won the game, and I was the one who was scoring the game, but I wasn't playing in any shank pad. And that was very irresponsible
Oh,
of mine. Not to, and I, was assisting the defenders, defending, and I went for the ball and just turn, pivot myself and swing the ball upfield. And this guy named Bembo, I can't forget his name, come from out of nowhere and catch me in my instep.
mm,
Man, you could have stayed anywhere over the park and hear when my shank bone just snap. Bow! But it get to me
mm,
away still because it was during the time when I was even playing with Black Star in the Premier League.
mm-hmm,
So that was a major setback for me, you know.
mm-hmm,
But we get past that now. It's one of
mm-hmm.
the struggles of
What
football.
business house to you, or what business house to you? Because business house provide jobs, business house provide excitement. Because I remember the winner usually got Kingston, go play or Kingston, the winner of Kingston business house come down to Senton. It was a major thing in Senton at the time.
Yeah, man, Business House was how should I put it now? Was the second string to the division league that was playing in Senton at the time. Because
Yeah,
Jackstar League was all the league that played at Jacks was the bigger league, you
yeah.
know. And Business House now bringing a lot of people from all walks of Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
to come and show off them talent. And we never really make no money from business house of such. But we have
Yeah.
some great games. We have some great games. And at the end of the competition, as they say, when the Kingstonian them, like the what them name again, Water Commission and Air Jamaica. I
Yes.
remember JPS playing against Air Jamaica at Jacksal in a champion of the champion game.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah.
And
Champion of the
and
champion.
and and we embarrassed them out of Jacksal. I think it's three them get.
Yeah.
Yeah, JPS, bad team, man. Wayne Smith, Daddy Grant,
Yeah.
Aloysius, that's Claude Morrison, Reggie, you know Reggie, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Jeremiah Walters, Wayne Smith, Andre Barker. We have some
Barker.
some some
Yeah, man.
serious
Barker
players,
from
man.
another DB.
Yes, man, because we dropped Michael from up by Lima, Stooge, Stooge, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We do
Yeah,
it,
man,
bro.
me recruit all of them little youth, man, and bring them in and, of
One
course,
brother
get
named
them.
Fast Care. Fast Care never play for no. One brother named Fast Care back in the time.
No, me hear the name, I don't remember how fast guy there. I don't know if I vote
Yeah,
on the play
yeah,
fast.
one brother named Fast, man.
So,
But as I said, business house was business house and thing. Tell me how you get to Black Star now. How did you get to Black Star and because I saw you playing for Black Star too.
all right, you're gonna. Of course, I started out, with Windsor. I
Yeah,
think I played about 2 seasons. 2 seasons at Windsor. We won the Eastern Confederation Super League. We were runners up the following year to Port Morant. We lost on penalty kick. And then I spoke with the team and said, you know what? I'm used to playing this Premier League football.
mm,
And I think at that stage, Windsor had the capability of functioning, even if I was not in the picture, because the squad is a talented squad. They were already exposed and a lot of talent in the team. I kind of developed them up to a level, whereas they improve individually and as a team, understanding system of play and so forth. So Premier League was the big league now, playing at Jacksal, and I decided, say, you know what, after winning Premier League and Major League, I want to get back in that line.
mm-hmm,
So I remember I spoke with Dr. Aston Marsh, because he was the coach at the time, and tell him that I am interested. So they had a practice match at Jacksal, and I told one of my teammates now, that is Johnny Mitchell. He passed on now.
yeah,
Rest in peace, Johnny. Say, listen,
yeah,
I'm moving to Black Star, or see what's going on out there. So we went there, game was going on. So Dr. Marsh approaches me, asks me if I want to start in the game. I said no, because Black Star already have established their unit.
yeah,
So I said, let me watch them play. And then I'll be able to identify where I am going on the pitch to play, because making the team wasn't a problem. And of course, Black Star have some supporters that them start to jeer. I want them little money, I'll go, ree, 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 ree.
mm,
And I said, Johnny, don't worry yourself, man. I just when we go up on the field, a different thing. So the game went on. First half, I think it was nil all. And Doc said, Echo, you ready? I say, yeah, man. Because I identified where I was going to play.
yeah,
Because Black Star playing a 5-3-2 system. You have a sweeper, two-man marker with two attacking wing back. So I say, I want to play either as a sweeper or one of the man marker. And I said, Johnny, anywhere I'm playing, I want you to play near to me so I can guide him. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And trust me, when we went on the field, everything changed. We just take over the game. Because the
mm,
reason, most people don't understand and think that I was a defender. As a youth growing up, I was never a defender. But
yeah, yeah,
after after Marcus, because I played midfield at Marcus, I play striker at Veer, sometime in the middle. JDF now, it was straight midfield. Occasionally, the coach would come to me and say, Barney, we have a problem today. I need somebody to play left back because the left back is out on card or whatever. And him say, you're the only man when me see right now who understand the game can. And I got play left back, mass tight.
mm-hmm,
But when I come to center now and started playing here, based on the setup of the team that I am involved with at any given time, I assess the players them and I say, for me to be playing in a balanced team, the fact that I have this experience and exposure, I have to play more behind where I can guide the players them, you
yeah,
know? And that is
yeah,
where now I start to play more on the defensive part. And the game, it is easy. And when I am playing center half, no care who I am playing against, I don't have a lot of hassle because I can read the game. Any diagonal ball playing over 30 yards, 25, I am going to read it and intercept it.
yeah,
Because you see, it's not only playing the game now, you have to understand the rules of the game. And then, of course, you have a lot of speed baller who like to run. I would have set them up all the while and make them offside. Because remember, the rule of the game is that once the ball is in flight and the guy run past him, can't offside again, because the ball already passed.
Yeah.
So I just beat him. I just beat him all the while and just come up and just watch him and watch the person who are going pass the ball. As him lift up him foot, me just step out. And him run past already. Boom. Offside. 10, 15 times for the match in my offside. Me just set him up. Easy, easy. And then
Mm-hmm.
it develop and realize, boy, this is where me fit in. And, no man can just come take my game like that. Because I'm going to sit down on bench. You know what I mean? And we have had some great times and some great games at Black Star. When Reno and them team that kick up and come up from down at Westmoreland there with Hagler, Wilson and the whole of them. And
Yeah, I don't touch Reno. Were you at Black Star at the time when the game finished 3-all?
no. Mm-mm.
Oh, you never reached there
When,
yet.
when when I play against Reno for Black Star, we beat Reno.
You beat Reno at Jackson?
Yeah, man. I was away in Canada for about 3 weeks. But I keep
Mm.
myself active. And I came this Saturday and the game is gonna play on Sunday. I call the coach. I said, Coach, I'm here. And I was thinking that I lost my game, the fact that I was away for 3 weeks. The coach said, make sure you're at Jackson tomorrow. So when I walk in, I was well received by St. Ann Massive. And
Yeah.
yeah, joke now. During the game was a hard game, because Reno a big side.
Yeah,
But
man.
the guy can't come take our scalp at Jackson so easy.
Yeah.
And I remember in the latter part of the game, we got a free kick to the right-hand side going down to the polo field.
Yeah.
And that side belongs to Bud Belly, because Bud Belly a play right back.
Yeah, man. Bud play right back and
So
Dunga play
so
left back. Yeah.
so Bud set up the ball now for do the square. And the spectators them say, nah man, leave that. We want something from the ball. So we want a special so him bring back for it. So Bud leave the ball and me come down now and spot the ball and look up. And our striker at the time, this guy named Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Murray is from Portland. And used to play for, I think, St. George's. But Murray
Yeah.
did transfer and play for Black Star that season. And me have an understanding with Murray. I'm just giving him the signal. And trust me, when I kick that ball and the ball start to serve and curl, the goalkeeper Hagler them don't know where the ball is. It's like them see the ball at one moment and then they don't see the ball because the ball kick with pace. And
Yeah.
Murray just go between them, man. And when Murray head that ball in the goal, man. Trust me. Jackson was in a frenzy. One love them get, man. And
Yeah.
it was a hard game. Because there's a little thing happening at the game. The two of them pass on now, Keeper Donaldson and the same
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Muffin there. That is
Yeah.
that is Mitchell. Cause Johnny when Johnny have issues, him call up and me say, Barney, what you think? So me and my call him, I said, Barney, so what's wrong? Said the boy, Donaldson spit on him.
Eh?
So yeah, football is a dirty game sometimes. Some say, Johnny, sure, you should even have to ask me what to do. Just return the favor, man. A simple thing. You know what I mean? Because that is
Yeah.
football. After the game, the whole of we are friend again. But that's how the thing go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More
man, that
ask
is
you more
football.
somebody said I remember in the chat the other night somebody said to ask you about your free kick because at the talk about free they say you will have a thing with free kick. Like you're
Oh,
the
well,
free
here you go
kick
now.
specialist.
Here you go now. In my youth stage coming up, I was always a lover of kicking this ball.
Mm-hmm.
But as I grew, I understand more. I developed techniques and all of these things. Because we used to just kick, power kicking. Just run up to the ball and kick it. And most time, back in them days, we don't no net on the goal, you know. But I must admit that I think I had a special gift. And then I got a vision. I got a vision seeing King Pele himself.
Yeah.
And where I live at Windsor, there was a breadfruit tree in the front of the yard. And in the vision, he's teaching me how to get the ball, curl the ball around the tree. So in my mind, coming out of a vision like that, that was great inspiration for me that I have this ability. So I remember we play a game in the same business house run by Pound here. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
against couples, JPS against couples, and it was like probably about 3 minutes to the finishing of the game. But it's a final, for trophy. We never want to play an extra time. And we got a free kick. The goalkeeper at the time was Black Star assistant goalkeeper, so he knew my ability.
Yeah.
But I was so confident of what I was gonna do. I've never played in a game where the goalkeeper put all 10 outfield players in the wall. Because he knows it's me stand up over the ball, okay?
Yeah.
So I have a little thing now because upon the north coast, so near the sea, the wind is always high. So my style is this: I pick up the grass, throw it up in the air,
Yeah.
and see how the wind blowing it, which section to the left or to the right. If I am kicking against the wind, I know I have to keep the ball low. If I am kicking with the wind, all me have to do is put a certain amount of pace on the ball and with curl and make the wind do the rest. So what I normally do sometimes, I can use both my legs them and kick the ball, my feet,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I can set up a ball like I am going to use my right foot. So the goalkeeper go and build the wall accordingly and the way he might position himself. And then I can just switch and got the other side to use my left foot and kick the ball. But on this occasion, he put 10 outfield player in the wall. And I
Yeah.
said to my JPS colleague them, say, listen, this is where I'm closing this, may I finish it right here. So just go stand up down there, so. Because normally when you have a free kick, you have your players them position themselves just in case the ball rebound or whatever. Man, when I step to that ball, man, and go around the wall, man. Go around the wall and the net hit, Vices, right?
Yeah, man.
Vices run off the hill, with two guineas in my hand, and I am in full white, and the man shake them up, and the man destroy my gears, man. Because after the goal, the ref just blow off the game,
Yeah.
A lot of people win money off me during those days. Because when we stand up over a ball, man start betting, oh, this can't score. A man say, yeah, idiot, a goal this.
Yeah.
I have young players who call me and ask me, boss, how you do it, man? Because me I try it, me pick up the grass and throw it, but it not happen. But it's a technique, it's not easy. And then when I was in England, I
Mm.
developed a lot of technique in squaring the ball, kicking the ball a certain way, because you see a supporting foot,
Mm-hmm.
which is the standing foot, the left foot. You see, anytime you go and kick a ball, when you place the left foot next to the ball, anywhere the toe is pointed, that's the direction the ball going, Because the left foot is a shield for when you swing the right foot. Once it
Yeah.
is in alignment, the ball going to travel in that direction. Now, when you're gonna curl a ball now, is a different position. You have to set the supporting foot. You understand me? If you
Mhm.
want the curve, and then you have to put the right whip on it. And you can't lean back kicking the free kick. You have to over the ball because you want it still low. So me have several ways how I can kick this ball or square the ball. I remember
Mhm.
another game at Jacksal. It was a tight game against Benfica Windsor. And the game was, I think, 2-1. Benfica have it on 2-1. And I was playing in the midfield, but we just never get it right.
Yeah.
Benfica was so confident, and I said to myself, no, this not work. I'm going to have to change strategy. So I make a change and take out one midfielder and bring on this guy named Ivan Sewell. We call him Israel. Rasta you now. I'm say, listen, you go and stay in the middle of the field here, so right? Anytime you get the ball, I am going to play the right wing now. Just lay it through the space, and I will do the rest. And it's two passing make, and it's two goal, Two square, boom, boom. Benfica dead, just like that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So sometimes the man them used to complain say me I square the ball too hard. But you see, if you have a traffic of defenders who will defend this ball, you have to try to use pace and beat them. And then all you need to do is just make contact, whether by your head or your foot or wherever. And it's gonna go at pace to the goal, and the goalkeeper can't react towards it. But there's a lot of technique, you know. And
Technique in it.
I impose those things upon my players them when I am coaching. Because I can't coach a team and I have a ball in the team we can't kick the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I have to see a reflection of me in the team. Somebody we can kick the ball. You understand me? Because I see Declan Rice from Arsenal scored two beautiful free kick
Yeah,
against
man.
Real
Yeah, man.
Madrid. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
goalkeeper, Madrid goalkeeper, you know, ordinary goalkeeper. And him
Yeah,
have
man.
good
Yeah,
tight.
man.
But you see
Yeah.
the pace and the curl with the ball kick with, by the time him free up the ball in the goal already. You know what I mean? So we bring them thing there. I remember playing out at Jagsal. You have to hear this one. We play against a team from either Portland or St. Thomas, right? And our manager at the time, him name Teach. I don't know if you know him. Him come from Limeall.
No, me don't know teach.
All
Yeah.
right. So we get a free kick in the match, right? Then build the wall, and of course, and me will stand up over the ball. At Black Star, them know that. Jumbo, Twitter read, all of them know. So once a free kick is Barney. And I
Mm-hmm.
go around the wall. Goalkeeper dive and get a touch. And you know what happened now? Teach, you know, our manager run off of the bench, you know. Run go up to the goalkeeper with him paperworks, taking the goalkeeper name and all these things, you know, for the wonderful save. So the kind of feel away. I say our teacher deal with like him want this to go goalkeeper you go and like say, he want to show me up. So I say, all right, we have to do something about this. So we're building our attack now, you know. From the polo field now, we're going to the road.
Yeah.
And I think it's Maccabee or Linky. One of them have the ball to the left side. And, you know, I always try to play a compact, bring up the defense with the midfield. So we don't have no space in between. So Linky or Maccabee, one of them play the ball to Jumbo now. I am standing on the half line, you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I observe the ball play to Jumbo, and I realize the space in front of me, I said, Jumbo, skip it. And Jumbo just run and make it roll through him leg, make it come cross. And I am running off the half line. And trust me, when I make contact with that ball, you know, it come like me never even kick anything. Me not feel nothing. More than me know said the alignment, the technique, everything, we just apply everything right. Virgin, the goalkeeper in a one position and him not even see when the ball hit the net, you know. I saw the goalkeeper at the presentation. And the goalkeeper come to me and say, boss, me I tell you the truth, you know. Yes, when I kick the ball, me see the ball, you know. Me see it, and then all of a sudden, me don't know where the ball go. No,
Yeah,
me never
man.
listen to you now.
I heard they have
No,
a
the
kick them,
score.
man.
No, listen,
People
man.
talk about they kick them, man.
Let me tell you something, man. It's an art when you stand up over a ball to kick it. You have to have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get free kick and you just run up and kick ball. Because you see, during the game, while the game is in progress, me as a man will observe my opponent. Me see who dictate the game so we can plan strategy to suppress him. I watch the goalkeeper or him handle himself if he's good to the left or if he's good to the right. So once me have that in my head space now, when me have a kick a ball to the goalkeeper, me already know where his strength lies and where his weaknesses lies.
Mm-hmm.
So me have a way now of applying myself by using the win, if me I use power or me I use curl. You understand me? But most of the youth them when me see a kick ball now, them just run up to the ball and just swing them foot and it gone
And
over
those
the
people.
bar or it gone round. So, you know what I mean? And me can call a man name from 25, 30 yards. Call him name. And me I play the ball directly upon him.
Mm-hmm.
Accurate. Yeah, man. We do that all the time, man.
But
All the
tell me
time.
something. You're talking, and I'm listening to you, and your technique and so on. Why you didn't pick up coaching like deep? Why you never go deep in like coaching?
No, you ain't gonna know. It's not that I couldn't do that, because I went on seminars with Rene Simoes when
Yeah.
I was coaching Volvo, because I coach Brazil and Volvo. I think I did
Mm-hmm.
Volvo first. And now I get to coach Volvo. I was working at JPS. And I don't know if you remember this brother when they used to call him Dopey Strength. You ever hear that name there?
No. Strength?
Yeah,
Yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. I know when
all
strength
right.
come back a center and everything, man. I know, yeah,
All
man.
right.
You know.
You know that he passed on, right?
Yeah, I understand he passed away, yeah.
Okay. Well, I was at JPS one day and I see his Benz pull up at the gate.
Mm.
I was coming out and him said, "Yo, Echo, you we are look for him." I said, "What me do now, star?" Man said, "No, man, you don't do nothing, man. We need a coach, you know." And you are the only man we see right now we can coach Volvo team. I say, "Yeah." We say, "All things in the camp." Them say everything all right. I say, "Well, for me to assume the responsibility of coaching Volvo, we have to first have a meeting. We have to have a sit down where we can use my own initiative and, question the group to see what is going on." And of course, there was some disgruntledness in the squad. Players not talk with players,
Mm.
over some female affairs and all of these things. But anyway, we polish up everything. And it's okay, gentlemen. Tomorrow evening we start training. I came, put the unit together, just feeling out, Because Volvo already have some ball away, understand the game. But you
Yeah.
see, every coach will bring a different philosophy to a team based on the talent. Because sometimes you'll find you have a team where this man say he is a center half, but he is more effective playing for the team at a wing back position. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me? Or a midfield, you know. So we started to training and we request equipment what we need because I want him. We can't coach and we not have at least 15 or more balls in the program. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You cannot do shooting and you have a man, you have 8 players waiting on a ball for kick. No, that no development can't work so. And trust me, single-handed, one season from the domestic league, win that straight to Premier League. Me,
Yeah.
single-handed do that with Volvo. Yeah. Till me end up a playing at some games at the Premier League level.
So hold on,
So
when Volvo got Premier League the time, the last time they went, you were the coach?
if that was the
I
last
talk I
time,
talking Barker did it and Pele, some DB man did come up because that
uh,
was the last. Me no
yeah, I
remember
think
if
so.
that was the
I don't.
last.
Yeah, I think so because with Strength was the manager. Strength was the manager at the time.
Oh, that when Strength did come back at Jamaica. Okay.
Strength was the manager. No man, when Strength went away and came back the last time, him did sick. We never
Oh,
have Volvo them time there. Him did sick
I
and then
didn't
him
know that
passed
time.
away.
I didn't know. Maybe me I mix up the era then. I'm
So
mixing up
so
the.
so that would have to be. I don't know if there's anyone listening out there who is from Prairie or Saint and can remember.
Mm.
But and I did send you a picture. You see, I sent you a picture.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. When Joggy Zook was around the team too as well, and
yeah,
Pila and some other guys, Lisha and the whole of them. You know what I mean? One
yeah,
league
yeah.
man, straight to Premier League. So that was just one season. Then I coached Brazil as well and win the championship down at Saint too.
You coach Brazil too?
Of course.
Oh yeah, I
Coach
said.
Brazil.
Me never know say you was so deep in the coaching thing, man.
Let me try to show you. All right. Yes, when I am coaching Volvo, I was at class with Rene Simos at St. George's College. And that weekend, we had a match in St. Thomas playing Port Morant. Port Morant have a little star named Jeremy and you. You must hear about Jeremy and you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Dangerous little player.
Yeah, man.
And when we reach in a port, at St. Thomas and St. Thomas people go on some little way and like ball, no ball down a St. Ann. And just when me reach in, coming from the seminar with some fresh ideas, because I mean, I
Yeah.
pick Simo's brain. in the seminar. That's him call me all at the blackboard and I tell the class that this man is my right hand because I'm a think the game. And then Rennie and I became friends. Anyway, him see me, Barnaby, come here, come meet my family and Ray, you know. Anyway, when we hold Port Morant at Jack up at St. Thomas there, the same Daddy Grant there, Alwyn Grant,
Yeah.
where he used to work at JPS2.
Yeah, man.
I took Daddy Grant off and tell him to come sit on the bench because him score hat trick already. A 6 love Port Morant get up there
Hey.
from Volvo. Let me not tell you, them time that ball in my head like me can't in a jam. Me just assess a team and know said this is what we're going to do and turn them over. Easy, just like that. And we did the
Yeah.
same thing with Brazil. Cause them time, you know, I was working with Nadern, you know. After
Mm-hmm.
JPS, I was working with Nadern and as a supervisor there. And of course, you know, so Nadern, the right in the ghetto. Must be a
Yeah, man.
serious.
I brought the people them. Yeah, brother.
So them come looking sponsorship. And Mr. Chin said, the only way we get involved unless Barnaby involved. So I said, boy, sure. It's a commitment that, you know, football coaching and a joke thing, you know. Because you have to go give up a lot of things, your freedom certain way when you come on to football if you really want to be successful, you know.
Yeah.
And we say, all right, okay, Mr. Chin. So you know, there are times when me have to leave work now when he can't complain because of training time. So we used to fed the Brazil players them. Bevin, a guy named Bevin him name, the manager. He used to come on weekends, full up him Charlie, rice, chicken, all kind of things. And if I don't sign on that paper, and then it go up to Mr. Chin, Charlie can't come out of the office, you know, out of
Yeah.
the warehouse, yeah. So food wasn't a problem. And Brazil did deliver. You understand me? And we went to the playoff, but we did not qualify to go to the Premier League.
Oh.
And of course, it's just a one season thing. And we move on again. And then I end up playing a season of football with Orion Kickers. You know, there was a team up at State Town, the name
Yes,
Orion
man.
Kickers.
Orion go straight from D1, go straight in a Premier League.
All
First
right,
time they
so,
come out.
all right. First and the only time. I
Yeah.
played for Orion in the Premier League with my colleague from JDF named Michael Tulloch. Cause
Michael.
him
Yeah,
have,
yeah,
him have
yeah.
some family up a steer town there, you know. So him call me and say, Barney boy, I need the help, you know. Why you come give me a season? So, you know, we went and we did the thing. We never reached nowhere in the football with Orion. Because a whole
Yeah.
heap of resources was lacking and all of these things, you know what I mean? And then I was imported now to go play for Las Perfectos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You show me something. You play for the last
Yeah,
team, man.
man.
Level there.
Play for last year with Owen Martin, Cornell Spencer, Albert Ashley, Martin Campbell. All a big baller, man. And it's the midfield. And me go control up the midfield down there.
How much season? One season them play now?
One season I played because you want know, I was at a disadvantage because I couldn't train with the team. I have to keep myself active in St. Anne and on Sundays we drive down and play a game. And then
Oh.
after the game, we get my salary and I'm in St. Anne again. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you never stay in a Manchester?
No. Me just go down on Sundays. Anyway, them a play, me reach there and go play a match.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, we are some man. The man of the people, them just take. No, you see, when you come through veer technique, you see, anywhere you go play ball, and you start to do some little things. People start to inquire, who is that? And man say, oh, veer technical, you know, so and so and so. So the icing is on the cake. It's
Yeah.
over. You know what I mean? One of the
Yeah.
hardest game I played for last P was against Seabach. Seaball
Mm-hmm.
in down a man level like, with Noah Sterling, Alton Latti, and
Yeah, man.
I think Hector Wright or somebody else. And
Yeah, man.
rain falling on, trust me. Me have to angle now of them terrible down there, man. Them cry out down there. Them start say, oh, what you was soldier, make him a go on. So I say, yeah, man, left arm a long time, man. Yeah, man, I have to rough them up, man. I have to rough them up down there. The match drew
Mm,
nil all still. No goal, there wasn't a winner on that day. You know what I mean? But the
mm,
Barnaby team, last year was a nice little team with a lot of talent. But you see, what I realized in football in Jamaica, of course, footballers are attractive people. When you're a baller, you have a lot of attention that is placed upon you. You know,
yeah,
girls will come into you. You have to know how to navigate. You know what I mean? Because one thing
yeah.
I learned in football that you stay away from the parts of society that will affect your ball game. You know what I mean? You
Mhm,
can't be a
mhm.
sport and play football. You can't have much tomorrow and you dad dance tonight. That don't work. You know what I mean? And you have to eat properly and you have to rest. You know,
Yeah,
and that was one of the things I love about the Windsor team because we used to train very hard. And at one point, it's like me not even want to work because me end up being a part of the chef team. And we are cook big pot of food, man. And the ball of them strong, man. And me I tell you, we not stop run the hills. And when we are train, man, we train serious. And that is how other people from the outside was looking in. Because as I said to you before, Windsor is the only team from St. Anne that ever wear a stripper gears mark ESSO. No, ESSO
yeah.
never sponsor nothing else in a Jamaica when it comes on to football. And it's just because of the attraction that we pull to us, because of the way we were playing the game at the time. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
When they say we are player Jack Sala, the great Jack Ruby come and say, Windsor I'm come for watch, because a carpet ball we are playing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And trust me, it was a thing that instilled in us still what we used to say at Windsor. Because as I said, as I step out of my yard, I ride from the ball field, you know, and it's right in at the center of the community. And so it kind
So,
of
so,
hurt
so
for no say
yeah,
boy, you know.
when me, the wins because as I said, if you ask a youth where you come from, once you see a youth a play ball on a center there, and you say where you come, Windsor, Marley man, Windsor man. I don't know if I asked you this, but where this breeding, where this come from, where this football thing come from with the
No,
youth
you
them
ain't
from
gonna
up there?
know. You see, the thing about Windsor, it's two sport play a mall. It's either back in the days when I was much younger, it was cricket. Cause we have two outstanding pace bowler. One named Rai Fredericks, and you have another one named Buckner. Buckner
Me,
died.
I heard
But
about right French.
Fredericks, when I was in Jamaica recently, I met up. I thought Frederick was already gone on, but he's alive, and I went and I looked for him, and you know what I mean, he couldn't figure me out so quick. Still, me have to tell him who me is and my origin, and then him start lighting up. And then
Yeah.
we had what you call it now, a club named Ash Grove. I was a part of that club, and it's just cricket was the number one thing, and I was a opening bat. Because when I step to the crease. When I am just going off of what me see. Because I play a bunker bat we used to play with sponge ball and all
Yeah,
them things there. But this
yeah.
time I the real Mackay. And them SS back there. And trust me, when we go to the crease and I'm position myself. And mark me line and all these things. And man say, wait, now look one I look like he can bat, man. You see the first ball of ball to me, a 4 runs. PSC run up and put it, and just boom, a bounce that.
But
I'm bridging. The second ball, I'm walking back to the pavilion because we was no cricketer, man. You know what I mean? We was no cricketer, but we get at
yo,
least. And a
no, but
matter of fact,
you know what me I say, boy, it good to do these interviews because honestly, me never know the thing you say you all play cricket. If I mean know
bridging,
your ball, so me
listen, man, Leonard, even at JDF, I was on my battalion team, cricket team.
never know that, brother.
I'm
Never know
telling
say
you.
play cricket.
But and it's not my sports. Yes,
Yeah,
when we used to play with the sponge ball, me can bowl on a team with sponge ball. Cause the way me hold the ball, and when me let it go, it turn like a some leg break and half break me a bowl. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Virgin, the big ball, the bigger ball now, I might think that. You know what I
Foot,
mean?
football. You still a play sports in any way, anything you do. Me feel I juggle some man, I do this and I do that.
No, you ain't gonna know. You see in America, you have to keep
Yeah,
active because the food, me not trust the food America. Me try eat as close as possible that I can go to Jamaican food. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When we go to the supermarket now, me have to take up things and I read because you're poisoning your body, man. You know, sometimes you see a man come a foreign slim like thin like me and 6 months time I saw them still big.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
You know, me can't afford them thing them. I have to try as much as possible and stay in shape, you know.
mm-hmm.
So me keep active, you know. Me have my little dumbbell, me have my ball, and when winter time we bring it indoors. When summer come, we bring it outdoors, you know. But I don't really interested to go play a competitive football now because you know I am putting 23, 23. Or should I say? Yeah, 26. I'm putting 26 out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
But at my age right now, I can never go semi play competitive football. I'm gonna hurt myself. If
Yeah,
it is
no,
a
no, I don't expect you to play competitive, but like getting like help some little youths in terms of community or academy or something, knowledge that you have to pass on to share with them.
a year ago now, you see, I have to spend. Football is a commitment. My
Yeah.
job is also a commitment,
Okay. Okay.
and I could have gone back to Jamaica and coach Veer technical, because I got the offer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I give back to Veer. You understand me?
Yeah.
And I would even do something for the Windsor team if them serious. Because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna see what is going on and don't get involved. Because that's my community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where I am right now in the US, these people from them leave work and go home and go in at their house. Then I come out back until them are going next year. The community, everybody does in at their house. No
Lucky
ball
in, yeah.
now play, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes you find that the man them you have, because we have a contingency of players. And of course, all of the schools them from Jamaica, the Calabars, the KC, you have the old boys them, the right cross, the tri-state. So oftentimes them keep some little togetherness and we get invitation, but we don't have the time. You know what I mean? And if I am not in competitive training, I don't really have to take up the football.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't go up on football field and some little man were even younger than you want come bust it up on you and go on like say they want try to prove. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
none
Yeah.
of them thing there. We try to
Yeah.
stay sober and just stay conscious, and try
Yeah.
to do the right thing at all times, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you sound like you follow the ball in Fenton. Is there anything in Fenton football where you see boy? You see boy we can Fenton football. It has come a long way, but um me myself, I don't really Mount Pleasant are our team, yes, and Mount Pleasant come true. But they say 95% of the youth them who play for Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant is like an international team. It's not Fenton ballers. They can count at least three youth who they on it. What you
Well,
think about the
well,
whole
that is a
Fenton?
fact. You see, and it goes right back to the association. And from the association, it takes sponsorship to motivate and inspire the youth them. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
when there are incentives involved, you know, and there's a package. Football is like you sell it for gain. You have to put it out there and you put what you have to offer, and the players them, merge into it. And as it stands right now, Jacksal is one of the better field in Jamaica for playing.
Yeah, man.
But the whole field that's supposed to be keeping are kept up to par
Hmm.
is like is animal me see over there most of the time. So the
Yeah.
priority is on the new field. And that new
Yeah.
field now is governed by is Mount Pleasant home ground. You understand me? So at the schoolboy level, I noticed Marcus wasn't even in the Costa Cup, the recent season we're gone.
Hmm.
But Ocharias was in it, and I think, I'm not sure if Fernco, I'm not sure one who in it. But
Yeah,
what she was doing well,
Came back after so many years.
what she did, I was doing well at one point and reached to a
Yeah, man,
certain
they did
stage,
well. Yeah, they
and
reached
then
the semi-final. Yeah.
them just fall off. But what I'm really saying is that if it could be identified youngsters that was in the Ochirayas team, right? The academy now, which is the Mount Pleasant, supposed to look towards filtering youngsters because they
Mm-hmm.
have an academy, And if you understand how academy run, based on my experience that I got in England, is that when you have young players, because Mount players have young players that they send into school and in camp.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the objective in behind that, Mount Pleasant responsible. They are assigned to Mount Pleasant. So Mount Pleasant infrastructure have a way of sending these players when them see them raise to a development stage and them can function, them send them overseas. I have scouts that come down and watch them send them overseas. If them get a contract, say them get a 200,000 contract for a local team.
Mm-hmm.
The money that is gonna come back to Jamaica. You know who that going to? Right in a Mount Pleasant Kitty.
Yeah.
You understand me? So the clubs them around St. Anne, if them don't have proper infrastructure and have players, a filter, you need an independent academy where responsible for players, whereas the clubs them where them are come from, if and when those players get invited overseas and get a contract, a percentage of that money come back to the club for development, for future development.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
right now, in St. Anne, in the 80s, 90s, when football used to be vibrant down there, you could have find a 1 and 2 man where have a little money where decide to spend on the football. But that
Mm-hmm.
not happen again, boss.
Yeah. No.
Because
No.
you see,
No.
when I was at Windsor, I have to say hats off to Freddie Chucks. Freddie Chucks used to use in parents VW. We're supposed to transport for bread and all these things. But we take it over and it a transport wins the ball and them. You see what I say? Because Freddie was the manager. But you
Yeah.
don't find that thing that is going on right now in the football. Nobody now the money star.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
now the money, you know what I mean? And that is
Yeah.
one of the biggest problem in football in St. Anne. There is no way football can function without funding because these players are getting baby manners now at a tender stage. Baby want
Mm-hmm.
them milk for drink.
Mm-hmm.
So when baby are cry and father now have nothing to stretch towards baby, in mind can't depend on football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not a good thing. And then of course you hear so much wrongdoings are going on in a Jamaica, and if you're not strong, you can be get caught up easily and go down the path where you're not supposed to be. Next thing you
Mm-hmm.
know, boy, you're in a lock up and all of them things. And them things that are
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
But
Which is
if
true.
if and when if and when the football can get vibrant again, if that wins the level, you know. And my next trip in Jamaica, I'm gonna try and find out exactly what is going on because I said I see a picture came up on Facebook with some young footballers and a brethren of mine I contribute some ball. So I don't know what is going on there, but I will follow up and find out what is going on. Then, if I am there, I can go lecture the team and see how we can go moving forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, because your input is vital, brother, and your input in any way, and as I said, as you say, you see some youngster upper Windsor. And me I tell you, if them get through Windsor, cause Windsor, I don't know, as I say, I don't know, but Windsor always produce footballers.
It's a natural
Always.
thing, man. Is them guys they are kick ball barefooted. Once them see a ball, them ball football always a play. On concrete, all of them thing there. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a look and learn and no one then you see some skill because them I watch the TV, them I watch the
Yeah.
big league and so I go on, but them just want the guidance and the proper technique of to do this and do that. And know say football is a team sport. It's not a one man thing. You know what I mean? It's a system of player, or you attack, or you defend, the rotation, the transition, all these things comprised in a one. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, these guys, them watch the international football. But them don't know, say, just happen overnight, so, because these
Mm-hmm.
guys are professionals. And if them for reveal or them I get paid weekly, man, it's anybody dream to find themselves in a team. I get
Yeah.
400,000 pounds a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the footballer them a millionaire.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So even at the nationals, because I observe the national team play on a few occasions. I watch them live, and it's not that them not have talent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what is the coach philosophy, but based on what I saw on the pitch, we have good players in a them headspace. Mentally, them tell themselves, yes, we can do this. But the materialize aspect of it now demonstrate on the field. And one of the first weakness what I see with the Jamaica team is that them can't play at a certain tempo and have good ball control. When the ball play to them, then just give her the ball so easily. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
And me I question it, me I say then why is that it is happening? If you're not practicing at a high tempo and players pressing you all the time for you become comfortable having close control irrespective of who is around you. If you're not practicing like that when you go in the game, you're going to have issues. Look at Mexico, look at USA when them have the ball and them are knock the ball. It's not like them better than us.
Mm-hmm.
But the way how they train and the comfortness for them have on the ball, we not show that kind of display. Sometimes we do show it in patches, but the consistency is not there. Especially when we are defend, we are foul the opponent. You can't have the opponent coming to your goal, right? And you keep fouling them, getting the kick to your goal. That
Mm-hmm.
don't make no sense. Are you supposed to have the ball going to their goal and allow them to foul you? Too much like a silly penalty and free kick around the box. Because you're showing aggression, which is good. But how can you tackle? The first rule of tackling, is that you have to put yourself in position to tackle. You have to be in the reach. You can't tackle from a distance because the man are gonna beat you. And once you make contact with the man, it's a foul. And then you have players who are smart enough when you get your first yellow card, them go and press you. Because the objective is for you to get a second one and then a march in others.
Yeah.
You understand me? So you have to know how to strategize the thing and how to effectively stop the game with a professional foul way up the pitch. Not when you're the last man and the man break and I go to goal, you just run behind him and lick up him foot. That is an automatic red card. So most of the players, I don't know if them now really understand the rule of the game. But I notice when I observe Brazil and even Argentina play recently, I am wondering if it's a rugby match because the game has played so physical. As a man pick up the ball, boom, then lick him down.
Derby game.
And I
Yeah.
don't understand why the referee, if it's a new thing now where the referee just said, play on. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
them want the game to flow. But Jamaica
Yeah.
need to wake up. I saw Rennie Simons down there the other day. I'm on the Prime
Yeah.
Minister. So I don't know if he's there to implement some program in it. Because some time ago I was on a program and I said, listen me, football in Jamaica can be great. If we use both Manning Cup and the Costa Cup teams them, right? You have at least maybe 40 or more team in the Da Costa Cup. Same amount
Mm-hmm.
of team in Manning Cup. So if at the national level, if them use those two competition as an entry point at the national level, what them really need for if them have a professor at the national level with the national philosophy, the coaches them in Jamaica take instructions from the national mandate where them have. Them filter it in at the school. Them have the same philosophy at school. A coach in the schools. So when
Mm-hmm.
a player move from schoolboy football to representing a club as a attacking left back, It's the same system. When him enter to the junior national level, it's the same system. When him
Yeah.
enter to the senior level, it's the same system.
CM
But
system. Yeah, man.
these coaches now, them have so much, some fantasy idea them want. Cause you see, layout is not football, you know. If you
Mm-hmm.
notice, when I say Premier League player now, when them play, who the ball play down to the goalkeeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody bungle up, the ball play back to the goalkeeper. Then the goalkeeper go and make a long pass upfield. And the reason for that, they want to start the game at the highest point in the defensive third because if them win the ball and the support is there, they are closest to the goal. So sometimes you see games and goals score like in a seconds, in a minute a player. You understand me? But the truth of the fact is this. When you're on the pitch and the ball start to roll, if coach say I play 4-3-3, 4-4-2, 5-3-2, whatever formation. Formation is not football. You adjust accordingly to how the opponent is coming at you. And
Mm-hmm.
with your tactics now, in terms of how you attack and defend, they have to adjust accordingly as well. You understand me? But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's like too often, we see too much simple mistake for professionals because Jamaican national senior players are professionals. Them supposed to be doing better. Them supposed to be more clinical around the goal. This guy when name Nicholas. What name Shamar Nicholas or so?
Shaman Nicholson. Yeah, Nicholson. Nicholson.
Several years ago, I did view that young man as a ace striker. Right now, him drop off a shape. I don't know what I'm to him.
Yeah. Jeff.
Can I see him get some opportunity and I don't know what he's doing. It's like, I don't know, mentally, it's like the awareness is not there. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know
Yeah.
the president well, because when we were at Virtech, that the president, Mr. Mike, he used to be around us, You understand me? As somebody where we know well. And if and when I'm in Jamaica and I get the opportunity to sit with him and reason with him and get some understanding, you know what I mean? What is really going on inside of the camp? Because if the JFF are govern football good and regulation and rules are filtering down to the clubs them, the Premier League's clubs them, the local team clubs them in the parishes them, parish football, the football must develop. And one of the key thing in professional football or semi-pro football, you have to have a good surface with the capacity to hold people because people pay come in at games. When you have good seating capacity and good footballer player, people will pay to watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
And money that come from the gate now filter back to the two clubs them want play. And of course, some incentives start run. That not happen. You know what I mean? So the football kind of stagnant, man. You know what I mean?
Well, I hear you, and a lot of people are listening and hear you. Why? You are afraid, so we're going over our part for the second part, but we have to close it. And as I always tell, it's not the final. We have to talk again. We have to go talk again, cause me want you so you get involved in our academy though. Me want because the knowledge where you have, me want you share it, youngsters. You say something, I listen to you and you're talking about the technical ability, setting your foot and all of that. Youngsters need to know this. They need to hear them thing. Yeah. Believe me. You
I
know.
must tell you this, based on how me think the game, I can coach no team
Mm.
for 2 or 3 years and don't win no competition.
Yeah, that's why we want you get involved, man.
You understand me?
Why you
But yeah,
find
but
why you find some academy and some place that you think.
you see, it have to have funding because the
Yeah,
players are the commodities. Without the players, then have nothing. I don't
yeah.
want my player come and say, coach, boy, we not eat no food this morning. You know what I mean? Me don't know if him blood pressure good. We go run him 2 times around the field and go drop down and all them thing there. So there's a lot of aspect to the football where the product have to be well taken care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Cause
yeah.
I mean, there's so much I can say to us. This football, football is like when you come to me with ball, you're like you open up a book,
Yeah,
a
man, me
big
see it,
book,
man. Me
You
see
know
it.
what I mean?
The
Real.
knowledge wide and
And, and,
yeah,
and
me
it's
see
not
it.
only me have the knowledge. You have the same Federer map, they have knowledge.
Yeah.
13 grand but belly have knowledge. So
Yeah.
can you imagine if all of us, but look where we are now, all of we the overseas.
Overseas. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Not even
see,
the guy in
so
the
so
center and they pass off
then
outside.
that me I try show you, man. So the football will suffer.
Yeah, that's
Because
true. That's
we
true.
not see nobody a come up to take up the rail and all these things. But it
Yeah,
would be great if all of us can link up again and they're back in a Jamaica and we build even one team different from Montes and Chive, see if we can
yeah,
elevate the football again, you know what I mean? Because
yeah.
anybody will have money, when them see something productive is going on and you're getting results, it will automatically pull them
They
in.
will come in, man. They will come in. Yeah,
You know
man.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
For real.
Yeah, man. But
Definitely.
what may I say, I respect, thanks. May I tell you the truth, we grew up on this name. We grew up on this name, Echo Barnaby. Me know the name before me know you. So yeah, man, their name, they no left center, man. Legend name, man. One time I was interviewing Danny Beckford,
Mm.
and me I said, who I best baller center? Because that argument always come up, brother. And he
Mm.
must say, me I tell him, say, boy, a map. Me hear about map. And Danny
Mm.
Beckford say, if you call map, you have to say echo. And we say, yeah, man, me know about echo. And he says, if you call echo, you have to say Milo. so, after the interview done, and we attack, and me step back and me I say, Jado,
Yeah, yeah,
me
yeah.
I leave it
I'm gonna
alone.
be honest and say this in closing. You see me,
Yeah,
as a footballer,
yeah,
I don't see myself as an individual who like to prove I
yeah,
even speak highly about myself. Because a lot of times me the places and people that talk about me and they know say me the right there, listen. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I don't say a word. I am a team player. Me like to play in a team and me like to see good structure and good movements and good things are organized. Because me I tell me and Bailey, from we knee high small, we are
yeah, man.
played together, you know.
Tell them up. Yeah,
For friendship is bigger than football.
yeah,
You understand me? And not only him, but you have a guy named Wayne Smith in pass away.
yeah.
Wheeler and my cousin that
Wheeler.
We and mother and my father, brother and sister. I have
Yeah,
another guy named Michael McLean from down Prairie there. At the four we used to spar at school. You
yeah.
understand me? And Wheeler gone left three of us. And many more brethren, Terry and many more, because even when I was coming up, not to take up any more time, my rivalry in football in Senton was a guy named Fisher Murray from down a ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
He lives in Canada now. Dangerous little baller. You understand me? But most people probably don't remember him. Because when we were youth, them youth Brazil used to come up a Mali, sometimes we go down there and kick about the youngsters and ray. There was always rivalry between when Brazil and Windsor meet up, the drums them come out, the Dutch pot them, everything come
Yeah,
out.
man.
You know what I
Big
mean?
rivalry that.
You
Yeah.
see. So them days are over, them days are gone. But trust me,
Yeah.
it was a pleasure being on Highland Up in Sports with you and
Yeah, man.
to
Yeah,
the
man. Yeah,
listeners
man.
them out there. And
A long time we are search for the man, Me I tell you. Me I tell you. Yeah, man. Me I tell you this. A long time me I search. Me
but
I
you
say
know
we
what would be
echo.
nice
Who
though?
the body?
Then it would be nice if we can have all of us on one program.
Yeah, man. We can arrange that.
Because
That no
sometimes
hard.
we don't remember things we don't remember, another man might remember it and we
Yeah,
just have
man.
a good time,
I can arrange it because me have the numbers them now. So me good. We just want a time where everybody available and we can go about it and talk.
True that.
But me I
So
tell you,
so
brother.
so do
You know,
so
yeah, yeah.
do you have a team in Jamaica where you I'm not talking Mount Pleasant now, or from your community that you support?
No, remember my community, brother. I'm from Chester. One time Chester enter football at center, in a D2. Remember, we mostly play cricket.
Okay, okay,
But now, nothing too now go on with the cricket. We no play foot. We usually support Lewis, because we could have walked to Lewis.
okay.
So you find some youth from Chester now play with Lewis team.
Mm-hmm.
No, Chester no big in the football, but I remember when I was in the 90 when I'm coming when like I'm going Premier League or D1 or Visitors football. I mean alone I left the community, you know. Once they see me come down the road and say, boy, if you know everybody and a family and see you no play and hear the names. Yeah man, yeah man, yeah
But
man.
football got a great loss when we lose Borrell. You know,
Yeah man,
yeah.
captain. Yeah, without a doubt.
Because
Captain
when
was the man.
I was playing at JDF, I score goal at camp where is and me I come a center and his helicopter carry me down, come land me all a ball ground.
Yeah, captain did see them way. Captain,
Yeah, man. And
captain.
it follow me to JPS, the line breakdown, and we want to find it, and we just go to the boss and say, Ray. And his helicopter that no time we find it, you know. And my brother go
Yeah
win
man. He
sportsman of the year and
he
all of
was
them
that
thing
type
there.
of man. I saw him land helicopter in Clarendon, all about when
Yeah,
Clarendon
man.
College play. Yeah man.
Yeah, man, them carry me all boat, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But as I
Really.
said, bless up and we need not finish, brother. We'll talk and we'll try to line up the three person them and we sit down and talk.
Yeah, man, most definitely, man. So let's take care and blessed love to all your listeners out there. And,
Yeah
I
man.
hope them hear something interesting but them probably never know
Then yeah
about
man,
we.
they are
And
commenting, big up
so on.
everybody on the line too. Big up
And
all Alfonso Grant and Carla Stevenson. Big up everybody on the line who listening and who
I know one person that is listening. My son is supposed to be listening.
yeah, man. Big up everybody, man. And the interview will be up. It will be always up on the channel, so you can go at any time and listen it. It will be always there, you know.
All right,
You
my
can go
brother.
anytime.
Blessed
Bless up,
love
Mr.
and
Barnaby.
salutation.
Respect and manners.
Take care
Take
and
care.
peace. Peace
Yeah,
and
man.
love. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.